If you want to start something new in your life and you've been struggling with low energy or really being stuck in an old pattern, procrastination, maybe it's overwhelm, keep watching. This video is for you. The key to creating something new in your life is to start with number one, decluttering something old. In order to create something new, whether that is a new habit, a new business, a new relationship, better health, whatever that vision or goal is for you, we just did an entire quarterly planning manifestation workshop to get focused on that goal or vision that you have and create it over the next 90 days. What we were sharing is the first step is to declutter or release or clear up something old. That might look like completing an incomplete cycle of action. It might be something more monumental, like completing an old vow, pattern, or agreement. So I personally am going through this right now. One of my old unconscious ways of doing my life is pushing myself to the limit and postponing. Like, for example, we just did a workshop, and after we were going to, Jason and I were going to film a business training for the dojo, and I was going to push through, but the old thing I'm decluttering, the old habit that doesn't serve where I'm headed, is postponing feeling good later. Instead of putting joy for the future, postponing joy, it's living in health, well-being, and joy now. So instead of filming the workshop, I said, let's just go enjoy our day. We'll film it tomorrow. Now that took a lot because everything in me was like, no, like the drill sergeant was like, but it's on the list. Like, we got to do it right now. Otherwise it won't get done. Your habit might be the reverse. Maybe instead of pushing yourself to the limit and overdoing, maybe you're in non-action a lot. Maybe you're in this kind of slothy energy or procrastination or feeling a bit stuck, lower energy. So maybe that habit is to, instead of procrastinating your dreams to the future, living them now. So maybe it's making that video right now. Maybe it's moving forward with sending that email or putting yourself out there in a courageous way that you wouldn't normally do. So if you want to create something beautiful in your life, what I'm inviting you to really look at is what is old, outdated, static energy that's holding you down mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is for you. I would look at it and just declutter one thing in your life. If you want to move forward powerfully and create something new, the key is to make space. So what I like to do is declutter something old on a tangible level, like physically, as well as energetically or mentally. So an example is I'm in the process of clearing out by the end of the year my entire inbox, which is like almost impossible. And my assistant gets most of my emails, and yet it's still, like she filters them through me, but still there's over 1,000 emails in there, which is a lot of weight to carry into a new year. So I'm decluttering that. I'm sweeping it clean until there are 0 emails in there. Energetically, the mindset for me that I'm shifting, there are a few of them. Let's get honest for a moment. A few of them, and I think this is going to be very helpful for you, is what are the habits or the vows or agreements that have been holding you back? So I already mentioned one for me, which is something I developed over the last 10 years, which is like to be extremely driven and postpone presence, peace, well-being in the face of my business, like the forward driving movement. Another one that I'm breaking this year, and I'm voicing this to our beautiful soul family here because it might help some of you, is this vow of perfectionism. To be honest, something I've been breaking through for over a decade is having to do everything so freaking perfectly, or what my mind thinks is perfect, this like elusive perfect, which never arrives. And so instead, just showing up good enough, like as is, without having to be in such a control pattern or stress about things and actually go with the flow, enjoy what is, and be really loving and kind mentally, digesting my wins, which is something I preach a lot and definitely embody, but taking it to that next level of like, wow, instead of we just did a 2-hour workshop, we had an amazing week, amazing year, instead of, okay, I'm exhausted, haven't eaten, but let's like plow through and do the freaking next training and let's do it perfectly. No, let's stop, go have a lunch, enjoy, digest our food along with our wins. What that means is, how often are you actually digesting the good in your life? How often are you stopping and going, oh my God, I just did this thing, or wow, I just was kinder to myself in a situation I would have been really harsh in. Whatever it is for you. I'll give you some examples. In the dojo, someone just got a 5-star review on Google, and she was like, instead of going, oh my God, someone took the time because they love what I'm doing so much to give me this amazing review, I went to, next, I should have this many clients. And instead she digested that win, and that changes her whole frequency and energy. And then she's bringing the embodiment of wealth and well-being into everything she does. Another example might be somebody in the dojo just sold her artwork, her photography for the first time. That is huge. Like digesting that win, or a first client, or a video you made, or sending a newsletter, or like maybe you've been taking better care of yourself, or saying no to certain things that you used to say yes to. If you could build the habit of digesting your wins, that is the most powerful way to create something new from a very high frequency. So the first thing is really to remember, in order to create something new, the first step is to declutter something old. I like to declutter a mindset or a vow or a limited belief. And the way you do that is first identify it, write it down on a piece of paper, then clean it up. Doing self-forgiveness, the 5th step in the diamond process, or however you do your obstacle clearing statement or self-forgiveness statement, and then turn it around. The truth is, so let's say my old pattern is I have to do everything perfectly in order to be valuable. Anywhere I bought into the belief that I have to be perfect in order to be worth something, I cancel, clear, and delete it, and I forgive myself completely. Then I would turn it around. The truth is, I am valuable by simply being present and serving with a pure intention, giving my gifts in the way that I give them, some days better than others. So whatever the new turnaround is, that my worth is no longer tied to perfectionism. My worth is simply tied to existing, that I exist, therefore I am valuable. And then the second part of creating something new is to actually declutter. The first step is to declutter something physically. Whether I have a client right now, she's going through her whole kitchen, her kitchen cabinets, her guest room, like she has certain places that have a lot of clutter. Through the end of the year, she's having a declutter party. That is a powerful way to bring in a fresh energy into the next year or next week or tomorrow. And it really starts with decluttering something old in order to start something new. So I hope that this helps you or serves you, inspires you. I love you all. I'm so grateful for you. My prayer, my wish for you is that by watching this video, you receive something in it that allows you to be even kinder to yourself, that allows you to kind of sweep all the excessive thinking clean from the mind and digest the good that's already in your life. Have a beautiful completion of your year, or whenever you're watching this. If you got something from this video, give it a thumbs up. Ding! And I'll see you in the next video.